say.
This thing on? I think it's on. I'm checking. Yeah, it's on. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is JH. Once again, with another one. I started a little series, and the series was having to do with each specific job and what each job entails and the requirements behind each job. I figured I'd give everybody a little input on every single job that I'm aware of. Not every single job, but every job that I'm aware of, and give you the basics behind it. Today I'm going to chop up with the PSE Sales and Service Clerks, or at the stations, they just call them the distribution clerks, or a clerk associate. These are the ones not to be mistaken with the processing clerks, although they intertwine, but we'll get into that in a little while. So the PSE, again, is a postal support employee. That's just the level. Just the level. So there's a PSE sales and service clerk, and they have PSE processing clerks, two different things. But the sales and service and distribution clerks, they play a vital role in getting the mail to the carriers in the morning and to the trucks in the evening. Distribution, meaning when they receive a load of mail, parcels, letters, etc., in the AM hours, they can start at any hour of the morning. Some start as early as 12 a.m. up until 4 o'clock in the morning, until they're done. Some places have them on split shifts. If that's not you, then don't worry about it. So what they do is they're receiving the mail. They're scanning the cages. They're scanning everything that has to do with the mail as it comes in from the truck. When I bring them, they're receiving it. They're scanning it. Now, if you ever look online, you notice, hey, my mail was at a distribution center in White Plains, New York, and now it left the distribution center and it's arrived in Mount Kisco, New York. That's because they're scanning the stuff. Okay? So, same concept. I bring them the mail, they receive all of the mail, whether it be packages, parcels, the magazines, so on and so forth. And when they receive them, they're staging them until they sort them. So if one station receives a cage or a BMC, a bulk mail carrier of mail, you have an individual that takes a scanner, and their scanner is not like my scanner. My scanner scans the bulk. Their scanners scan the individual packages as they come. So they're scanning each package out of the bulk mail carriers, and they distribute it to smaller containers for the carriers when they come in. So they'll scan a package, and this package will say, just like bingo, A42. That is one person's specific route. And these people, they're doing this so much, they know which ones it is. So they take your package, and they got the scanner, and they're like, okay, here's the package, beep, it'll say B42. They take it, they look, and they find the bin that goes in, and they place it in that bin. They do this with all the mail for their specific zone. That's what they're doing in the morning. Now, this mail can come as small as, it can come as small as a little tiny jewelry package, to tires, to bumpers for cars. So yes, you're gonna have some weight there with you. to weights, to everything. Anything that goes through Amazon, sometimes the USPS distributes it. So that's what they're doing in the morning. They're receiving the mail and they're redistributing it to the carriers. For when the carriers come in, they have their bins already set up for their routes. So if you got 20 carriers in there, they'll have 20 bins. They'll scan it, beep, 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 beep. And this one carrier will come get his bin for his route. He'll go bring it to his truck and go do his thing. That's for another video though. We're talking about the distribution clerks. So that's what they're doing in the morning. They're gathering all the stuff and they're constantly scanning. Later on down the line, somewhere, it depends on your station. They're gonna ask and they'll pull you aside, and some places force you to do it, other places don't. They window train you. So they'll send you to some type of training. I don't know the length of time. Somebody comment below, whether it be 5 days, and they train you to do the windows. That's the people that when we go to the post office, we see them and we're giving them the mail. Now they're training them for different items. They're training them to know, you know what? I don't know anything about it. There's a guy on here, I think his name is L.A. Drake, and he can give you the details behind what a window clerk does. And he actually has information on how to pass their test. Now, I do not have their test. They do their test in-house online. That's not something that I have access to. So if you want to ask me, hey, I got to take this test, I don't have access to that. Anyway, they train you, they teach you the money, they teach you the different types of packages and parcels, etc. You need to learn those things, you pass the test. It's either pass or fail. So it's not like, oh, you know, there's a score behind it. You either pass it or you fail it. That's what they do when they're during the daytime, when the windows are open, to receive the packages, to receive the mail that's going out. Now, the clerks that work in the evening, what they're doing is they're gathering all the mail from the window, from the stuff that I went and I bought this package and I'm mailing it out to Colorado. I paid for my package, I gave it to the lady, she puts it in a bin, that bin goes to the back. Oh, this guy just ran a light. See, these people out here crazy. So that they're bringing it to the back and they're separating it. They're separating every item for different zones. So they have different cages, different pieces of equipment that this mail that they picked up from the window goes into. When I, the truck driver, go there in the evening, I go pick this mail up, these packages, these parcels. So when you guys are mailing all your packages for Christmas, going through the mail, there's a truck driver that has to go pick that thing up. We go with the trailer to that station, we pick that mail up, and if you watch the TTO video, you know what I do from there. We pick that mail up, we bring it back to the plant. The people in the afternoon, they're basically getting that mail prepared for me to bring back to the plant. They're sorting it into different zones so that when it gets to the plant, they can bring it around the plant, the mail handlers, to the different zones that it needs to go, whether it's going on another trailer, whether it's going in the zones to get worked, whether it's going it just moves around. That's in the mail handler's video. So that's what the clerks are doing in the evening. So you have a clerk that works in the morning, during the day, and the evening. Stations are not open 24 hours a day, but their hours can range anywhere. If you're a clerk, you can range anywhere between midnight and sometimes 8 p.m. I've seen some of those stations open. So just let it be known, those are your, hours. They will train you on all the different aspects of it, just so you're aware. You don't ever want to come into the situation saying, oh, I just want to be a window clerk. Number one, that sounds lazy. Number two, you need to know all the aspects of the post office in order to understand what it is that they're doing. Make sense? Yes. I don't know what they're doing, but I have a general idea of what everybody does. General idea. That's what I'm giving you this information. Hey, I believe they're starting anywhere in the $18 an hour range. Yes, they do get insurance. They are underneath the American Postal Workers Union contract. So that means, according to their bargaining contracts, they will get pay raises, pay increases, etc. When you first start, you don't get access to the retirement benefits, but that happens when you become a career. So it's very important to stick around, stick through it. The hours suck, but they do pretty good.